I'm going to show you the 3 ads I use every single month to print 100K plus profit months. I'm talking money that actually stays in the bank account after paying the team, after paying ads, after paying all software. It's actually profit that stays in. So to give you context, if you're new here, I've been running ads since 2017, and currently to date, we've worked with over 2,500 plus high ticket clients on helping them run ads to get more clients. So what I'm going to share with you here is actually we're going to work, and I'm going to show you and break it down for you. So the first one is carousel type of ads. These are honestly my favorite, and I think if you do them the right way, you can make a ton of money. So to give you context, this ad right here has generated us over $400,000. No, it's not active. We've kind of scaled it to the max on here. So if you want to go copy it, I can't stop you, but I can tell you it's probably not going to work like it used to. You can see here the main thing that's really beautiful about this is the 2,900 shares. Every time someone shares your ad, that is basically free marketing. And that's why I love carousels, because you can get your ideal demographic to just share it to more people. And when you do this the right way, you can literally just print. So I'm gonna break down carousels and how you can get started and start running some carousels today. So the first thing you need to know about carousel ads are they're really good just for educating and warming up cold leads. This is our best type of ad for just turning cold strangers into warm buyers in the fastest way possible without making them seem like they click on an ad and they're like, who is this person? It actually educates them, warms them up. So the whole goal of a carousel ad is what I call making it like a Netflix show. You want to basically build a story with your carousel ad and make it so like at the end of each slide, every slide, they have to continue the next one. You know, like, have you ever watched a Netflix show and the first episode ends and then you binge watch the next because you're like, I can't wait, I got to see the next one? They always leave a little bit of a cliffhanger. And that's the key to carousel ads, is you have to have a good cliffhanger for them to go on to the next one. It has to tell a good story. You don't want just a bunch of random slides on here where I see a lot of people do. No, you actually have to tell a story and you have to get them excited to watch the next one. So what I have here is each slide builds belief, breaks objections, and leads to a DM or call to action, whatever you will. A lot of what we do here is our whole strategy is turn your Instagram profile into a funnel to get more clients. So everything I'm showing here is for Instagram related. We've done these through Facebook as well too, and other platforms. So it works the same, but everything I'm sharing here is more Instagram focused. So the structure is pretty simple. I like to have between 4 to 6, sometimes 7 slides when I do this, but slide 1 is going to be the most important. This is where you're going to want to spend the most time. You want to have a bold hook talking about a big pain point, having a big promise, or some big myth busting that you're doing on here. Slides 2 through 4 are really just kind of breaking it down, showing proof, and showing the roadmap. Again, you want to give value, but you don't want to give away all the sauce, because you kind of want to have it like that Netflix style where they're like, oh, I need the next thing, which leads into slide 5, which is a clear CTA. And usually if you do this right, you can kind of lead it into a CTA where it's like, well, DM me keyword and I'll send you the free resource, or I'll send you the video breaking all this down, or I'll send you XYZ, or I'll send you the script. Whatever it might be, it needs to all lead up together. Why this works so well is because it just has, it gets crazy scroll time. The algorithm loves when people spend more time on something. So when people are staying on your ad so long, they're sending it to people and they're clicking through, it's going to promote it to more people as well, organically. That's the beauty behind this. It also educates while selling, and it works great for just scaling to broader audiences. So carousels are one of my favorites to do. Now, stick until the end of this video because I'm gonna explain like the strategy on how to do this. You don't wanna just start with a carousel, but I love carousels because when you do all of what I'm about to share with you on the rest of this, it works really, really well. So ad number 2 is just static images. This is a image that I created, or a static image that I created for one of my clients that just brought in a bunch of clients and a bunch of high quality leads coming from there. So basically, it's just a static image, just kind of showing proof or having one type of thing that it's promoting, right? Like, I think static images are really good when they're really good call to actions, but also lead magnets work really well with this. So this one over here was for a trading coach, and they're like, hey, here's my last month trades. You can see green, green, green. I spent the last 4 years perfecting this one strategy. It only works for accountants that have a minimum of 10K. Message me, Simple Trader, for more info. Right? So static images are really good for just driving quick actions and freebies. So otherwise lead magnets. This is a really good strategy for getting fast clicks, DMs, or leads, especially in a low friction offer. I love static images because you can test your hooks on here. Typically, if you have a good hook on a static image, then you can bring it back over to the carousel and break it down a little bit more so you get higher quality. Typically, static images are the first thing that we have our clients test because you can test the hook. And then if it works, you break it down in more information from here. So the goal of a static image is to make it bold and clear. These ads are here to stop with just having like a big claim or a big quick proof or some sort of clean visual or some sort of call to action. They're perfect for lead magnets, free trainings, or just retargeting with warm traffic. The whole goal with a static image is you want to get your message across with as least amount of words as possible. If you have a ton of words on here, they usually don't perform, and that's why carousels work. So think about this as like a carousel, but just like 10% of just what the main point is, basically. The structure behind static images are you're going to have a headline, again, your hook, if you will. I like having a headline speaking to one ideal type of avatar. And then if you can, doing more of a micro niche. So you can see on here, only works for accountants, traders that are accountants. See what I'm saying? But if you just talk to everybody that's a trader, it's usually more broad. You can be a little bit more broad with these because you're breaking it down in here, right? But with these static images, you need to be more specific. So headline, one big result or benefit, having a visual. I always like having a screenshot, a stat, or some sort of proof image. And then end with a clear CTA that says DM me keyword for access, right? If you want to watch more information on this, I have another video called ABC ad copy. It's on this channel. I break down, attention, baseline, call to action. Those are how you do static images. And it really is how you do pretty much any type of ad. Why static images work so well? It's just fast, it's easy to test, and you can get it up and launch it in a very timely manner. It gets straight to the point. And if you're specific enough, you can get your clients in the DMs right away and then on sales calls. It's also ideal for warming up leads and converting opt-ins from cold traffic. So we have all of our clients start with static images, and we have some clients that are doing over 100K a month only doing static images just because they're so simple and you can get them up really easily. The next is video ads. I love video ads because they can go deeper. I think video ads build more trust and they show that you're just like a real person. If someone's only seeing this type of ad or only seeing this type of ad, they're probably going to have a little bit of a trust issue. Again, it really depends on your industry. Some industries, like the marketing space where I'm at, the most competitive compared to a baseball coach, which isn't as competitive. Some industries need a little bit more nurturing. So the whole goal behind this is to go beyond the surface. You have your copy right here that works, and maybe you go into this strategy and then you really want to break it down. Then you go into the video side. This is just to go more in detail. These ads let people hear you. They let you feel, they let you know that they can see you, that you're a real person. You're not just some random not just some random ad online, that you're an actual human being. And this is where they can really experience you as a human being, your emotion. I always say when you're running ads, you're an artist, right? And this is where they get to know you as an artist. They get to understand your tone, your energy, your different style, how you speak. All of it builds connection. And that's why when you run these ads, they're really good for middle of funnel, like nurturing people. Running video ads as top of funnel used to work really well, but now they're getting harder and harder to convert just because of the attention span. And we've noticed video ads work extremely well as middle of funnel. So here's the structure. Again, you want to follow that ABC ad copy. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go to my channel and just go watch it after this video. It'll make more sense, but you want to have a hook, which is, again, ABC, attention, baseline, call to action. Hook is you speak to the pain or false belief, or you're speaking to one ideal avatar. I always like to say, in my first 3 seconds, something about coaches or some big pain point that coaches have, because that's who I work with. The body, you just go in deeper. You teach more. You tell a story. You show behind the scenes. You show proof. You just go in more detail. So this video right here, I went in and just showed my dashboard of how I took, within the first year of business, how I took a business from 0 to 1.4 million in 1 year. And I showed all the KPIs, just showing the proof and then just talking about it. And then you want to end with a CTA, a clear CTA saying, hey, DM me if you want this, DM me for more information, DM me if you want to work together, or see what it looks like to work together, see what it looks like to help you, become more profitable in your trades, whatever it is. The reason why this works so well is because it builds trust extremely fast. They feel like they know you, and it separates you from these faceless brands. So a lot of people don't want to put their face online, and that's fine. But if you do, it's going to build more trust. And the beauty behind video ads, let's just say this is 30 seconds. I can retarget people that watch 90, 50, 75%, or 100% of this video, because those are going to be my higher quality leads. And it lets you just show your personality, and your personality can do the selling. We get a lot of clients that come through that are interested in the same things I am. So like, I'm really big into fitness. I'm really big into health. I'm really big into just, being a very, honestly, just a chill guy. And that's like a lot of the type of clients that we get is like, we get, my favorite sport growing up was basketball. We get a ton of people that are interested in basketball. We get a lot of coaches that go through and they're like, hey, I'm interested in health too. But they check your vibe is what I'm getting at, is like your vibe will attract your tribe. And that's the beauty behind video ads, because it lets your personality do the selling. And it's perfect for warming up leads before the close. So there's the 3 ads that you want to run. Now, the strategy behind doing this to be the most effective would be start with static, what I showed you over here, prove the hook, prove the messaging. Once you have the messaging done, then go on to carousel, which is the first one I showed you, that you can type the story a little bit more. And then once you have this proven, then go on to the video ads. If you follow this structure, there's no reason that you can't start printing when it comes to ads. So there you guys have it. There are the 3 ads that I use every single month to print over 100K plus months, pure profit, into my bank account. So if you guys found value in this, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below. I'm going on a sprint right now where I'm posting 1 video every day for 30 days. So I'm actually checking out the comments. If there's anything specific you want me to cover, let me know. I am an open book. I believe in providing value first, and then let that do the nurturing. And maybe down the road, if it makes sense, we can work together. If not, just take my value and use it to go make some money. So hopefully it's helpful. I'll see you in the next one.